So we looked at solving we've talked about solving one-step equations, and then we looked kind of at two-step equations. It doesn't really matter what it's called. You want to be able to solve all the different kinds of equations. But when they get more complicated, so if I look at this one, it's different from the ones we've done so far. What makes it different? It has x's on both sides and numbers on both sides. Does that make sense? So when I look at this, it looks more complicated. It's got more stuff going on. So this is, we need a little bit more thinking and organization to solve a question like this. Okay? We're going to do kind of one step, and then it's going to look like the ones that we've already done. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get all the letters on the left and all the numbers on the right. And the nice thing is, the thing that we're using today to solve two-step equations, we can use something very similar to solve multi-step equations. So if you're still confused about what we were doing, if you had a hard time with that learning goal, watch carefully, because what we're going to do right here can always be used for all these different kinds of questions. So you're going to get a strategy to try, and then you have to go try it. The 2x, I want to move it to the other side. I want to turn it into 0 on the right side. How do I turn it into 0? If I put a circle around it, what would I put in that circle to make it 0? It's just, whoops, it's just like the other ones. I put a negative 2x. You can write that down. And so I want to do the same thing on the other side to keep it balanced. Maybe x is a 10-pound weight. I took 2 off on one side, so I have to take 2 off on the other side to keep it balanced. Just wait till I do this. Okay? What is 3x minus 2x? This is something we've already done. Who can tell me what that is? 3x minus 2x. You should have this handout. I thought I gave 3 to pass all the way back. Cool? 1x. So on this side, I've got x plus 7 equals negative 1. This was gone. What does this look like? This looks like the ones we've already done. Who can remind me what you do here? Emma, what do you think? Very good. So if I subtract 7 from where? And? Plus 1. No, I don't. I can't. I have to. Whatever I do on one side, hold on. I see what you're saying. But hold on. Whatever I do on one side, I have to do the same on the other side. I've taken 7 pounds off. I have to take 7 pounds off there. Only one side is going to be 0. That makes sense, right? Because the other side, we just have to do the same thing. That side 0, negative 1 minus 7 should give me negative 8. Everybody got that? We're going to do it one more time. You're doing it exactly the same way, folks. So this, what we did, we're going to do pretty much exactly the same steps, but with different numbers on the second one. So you at least see if you can figure out what the first step is. Give it a try. Okay, so we finish this one. Get the first step. Nice. Julian, what's the first step? So subtracting 3x to make it go away. So I subtract 3x here as well. Very good. How many people did that? Subtracting 3x from both sides. Awesome. And what's 5x minus 3x, Tariq? 2x. Now what do I do? Damien, do you know? What do we do over here? Over here in the second step, I got rid of the 7. So what do you want to do here? Get rid of the 8. Nice. How am I going to get rid of the 8? It's a plus 8. So I'm going to subtract 8. Where do I subtract 8? From both sides to keep it balanced. That's your strategy. Though I keep saying that, that's your strategy. Keep it balanced. 8 pounds away from this side, take 8 pounds away from that side. It's not pounds, I know, it's just a number, but you could think about it that way. Okay? Or kilograms maybe because we're in Canada, I don't know. So then you get, this is gone, right? Put a circle around it, it's gone. 2x equals negative 4 minus 8, that gives me negative 12. What do I do next? Divide by 2. Always divide in that last step by the coefficient of x if there is one. And that gives me negative 6 in this case. If I look back at this one, we didn't divide because there was no number in front of the x. But in this case, there was. So we had to divide by 2. Okay, if you think you can do that again, I want you to flip the page over and try a few of those questions on the back. If you want to practice the ones from the day before, like the learning goal, we're going to do that on the